Good evening, students of class 10th CBSE. Today we had our SS paper on 7th of March. So welcome to PN Institute and PN classes. Today we will see the solution of this paper, what you have done. Overall analysis, I hope the paper was very easy because we have worked hard throughout the year a lot of worksheets, practice sheets, question papers we have solved, and here is our final day where we have done our presentation. So let's go through the paper and find the solutions. Now the first section, as you all are aware that our SS paper is divided into 4 sections, section A, B, C and D. So here is the first section of history, section A. Which one of the following pairs is correctly matched? Now here they have given the name of the personalities and whatever the great works, contribution to towards the society they have done. So here is option A is Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Gulam Giri, Jyotiba Phule, Amar Jeevan, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Shambad Kaumudi, Tarabai Shinde, Stri Dharm Vichar. The correct answer for this is Sambad Kaumudi. It was the newspaper which was started by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Now the second one is identify this image of the allegorical figure of a European nation during the 19th century from the following options. Now the options are Britannia, Mariana, Helvetia and Germania. Now here the picture depicts a woman with a sword in the hand and a crown on her head, which represents Germany. So naturally the answer is going to be Germania. Now the next question is for the children who are visually impaired. Who amongst the following gave the Civil Code of 1804 in France? The favorite question of boards and the most easiest answer is Napoleon Bonaparte. I hope children you are finding the solutions to your deeds, what you have done in the examination. Moving to the next question. Arrange the following events in the chronological order and choose the correct option. First is Salt Satyagrah, second Kheda Satyagrah, third Rowlatt Satyagrah and fourth Ahmedabad Mill Workers Satyagrah. Now this Salt Satyagrah started in 1930. Kheda Satyagrah started in 1918. Rowlatt Satyagrah started in 1919 and Ahmedabad Mill Workers in 1918. Sorry. So the correct answer is 2, 4, 3 and 1. B. Correct option is B. Question number 4. 2 statements are given below. They are assertion A and reason R. Read both the statements carefully and choose the correct option. The discovery, assertion is the discovery of sea routes to Asia and America shrank the pre-modern world in the 16th century. Reasoning, during this period European entered into Indian Ocean, expanded trade. Yes, we all are aware about it that the Europeans had entered in India through the Indian Ocean to expand their trading because they saw that we are rich in minerals and we are rich in the spices. Spices were the first thing which they wanted to trade throughout the world, and with this they entered, and yes, because of that only they discovered the sea routes to Asia from the America shrank. So in short, both A and R are true. Next question. Why? So the option A is the correct answer. Next question, why did many Europeans migrate to America after 16th century? Explain. Now in this, the Europeans migrated to America because the reason was they wanted to be economically very sound. This question is for 2 marks. So you are supposed to write down introductory line and plus 2 points which will explain about how Europeans migrated to America. In this you can write down that for the better economic opportunities they have gone, escaping the religious persecutions. They did not want it to be in the religious persecutions that they were following. The people were judged and discriminated on the basis of religion. They did not wanted this to happen. And in the option we have a very beautiful again question, how did trade and long distance travel contribute to the spread of diseases during ancient period? Explain. Again, 2 for 2 marks. We have to explain in very short and to the point that how this long distance travel contributed to spread of diseases, because people used to travel for long days, number of days, and long journeys were there. They used to cross many countries, right? They used to cross many countries, and because they were crossing through many countries, they were having germs and diseases which the countries were having. So this was one of the reasons that they spread the germs. The best example currently to understand this is recently we have faced in 2020 coronavirus, COVID-19. Right, that was the same thing. We were stopped from going from our place to the another places. We were quarantined. All this is an example. So this is very easy to understand that they were also traveling long distances and they were contributing to spread the diseases. No doubt with them they were bringing the culture, they were bringing the other new things to learn. But yes, this was also one of the reasons that we were getting from them. So as we have trained you, we were writing all the questions very smartly. Sorry. Now as expected, this is the question which we have expected. Print culture created the favorable condition for the French Revolution. Yes, print culture was something which was very important. Explain the statement with examples. Yes, in this chapter we have learned that from Africa to Europe and from Europe to other countries, how the print culture we have spread. We have gained from this. Now, print culture created what was the situation? Where the print culture created the favorable conditions. That was through the newspapers and large number of magazines. You can write down that. It is consisting of 3 marks. So you have to write down points, very short, sweet, into the crux, right? Explaining that why the print culture has been very favorable. Large number of magazines were there, large number of newspapers could be printed. There was a good amount of discussions were there among the people, those who are doing this activity. Then they used to criticize the king and the culture through this, so to spread among the people. Right, so it was a word of mouth, you can say, a mass communication media was used to spread the news and to make people aware. And for this in the option we have, throughout the 19th century there were a series of innovations in printing technology. Explain the statement with examples. Now the question says, throughout the 19th century there were a series of innovations in printing technology. So now what were the new innovations? That the printing press was made cheaper, the material was made cheaper, the ink was cheaper. So because the things were cheaper, the large number of books were getting printed. The large number of books were getting printed, the more the amount of newspapers were sold and the more amount of people were getting aware. So this was one of the reasons in the printing technology. Then most powerful and extended things were used, right? Printing press, spreading, improved quality of the printing was there. Quality was getting improved day by day. If the things are getting improved, the more they are being sold and spread out amongst the people, right? Next question, question number 7. Now this is for 5 marks. Explain the process of the formation of United Kingdom of Great Britain. You have to explain the process of the formation, how it was formed. The United Kingdom was formed as we have learned in our class. That the Britannia national flag was used, national anthem was sung, right? They were criticizing the people, they fought for their kingdom, they wanted their own things to be in front of the people, etc., as we have practiced in the class. And for the in this option they have explained the process of the German unification during the 19th century. Here you are going to write down the blood and iron and all the details of the Bismarck, as we have discussed the Ireland episode of 1801, etc. Now next is, this is the most important and very easy, you can say, where you have to read the passage and find out the questions. This is a very good question section by the CBSE, that where you can score 100%. If, like for example, this question is of 4 marks, so 4 marks are yours only. If you read, if you have a very good reading habit, and if you are a very careful reader, right, you cannot lose these marks. This is for sure. And that is what we are teaching you in the PN Institute and PNC, PN classes, that the reading is the most important activity of the day, right? As exercise to the body is reading to the mind. This is our motto. Now let's read this. Read the given source carefully and answer the questions that follow. The sense of collective belonging. Collective belonging means we are together, collective. As the national movement developed, nationalist leaders became more and more aware of such icons and symbols in unifying people and inspiring in them a feeling of nationalism. Another means of creating a feeling of nationalism was through reinterpretation of history. By the end of the 19th century, many Indians began feeling that to instill a sense of pride in the nation, Indian history had to be thought about differently. The British saw Indians as backward and primitive, incapable of governing themselves. In response, Indians began to looking into the past to discover India's great achievements. Now till here we understood that we Indians were having, or in fact we are having, great achievements in the past. But the picture which was depicted by the Britishers were totally different. What they have shown to the world is that we are backward, we are not cultured, we are not having any of the achievements. So Indians started, because the Indians wanted to have their own identity, right? They started looking past into the history and tried to find out that what were the good achievements, or we can say the great achievements we had, right? They wrote about the glorious developments in the ancient times when art and architecture, science and mathematics, religion and culture, law and philosophy, crafts and trade had flourished. This glorious time, in their view, was followed by a history of decline when India was colonized. Now, this was a glorious time of our country, glorious time, and this was taken as if it is a decline of the country. Like for example, because of this, there was a decline in the country and when India was colonized means turned into the colonies of the Britishers. These nationalist histories urged the readers to take pride in India's great achievements in the past and struggle to change the miserable condition of life under British rule. And when they came to know about the truth, they started having more and more taking pride and more urge of the readers, right, to find out the struggle and the changes and the miserable condition what was under the British Raj, we can say. Now the first question asks us, how did icons help to unite the Indians? during the freedom struggle. Now, what was the icons? As here, the answer goes like this. The answer is in the first line. As the national movement developed, nationalist leaders became more and more aware of such icons and symbols in unifying people and inspiring in them a feeling of nationalism. The rule says that if the first question always lies in the first stanza of the paragraph. Now the second says, why did nationalists feel the need to rewrite the Indian history? What was the need of writing the history again? Here we found that the history which was given by the Britishers to us was actually wrong. According to them, we are not having any culture, we are not having any achievements, rather we are not having any great achievements. So it was very, very necessary to find out, and there was a need and urge to rewrite this so that the people were made aware about it. Here, the British saw the Indians as a backward and primitive, incapable and governing themselves. In response of Indians began in looking into the past to discover the India's achievement. This is answer number 2. This is answer number 1. And the last one, how did nationalist histories portray India's past and present? So the answer lies in the last. These nationalist histories urge the readers to take pride in India's great achievements in the past and struggle to change the miserable condition of life under the British rule. They wanted to change and portray the national histories into the what was being asked in the past actually was in the past, and they wanted to show it in the present. Question number 9. Two places A and B have been marked on the map on the given political outline map of India. Identify them with the help of the following informations and write the correct names on the lines drawn near them. You have been already provided the outline map of India by CBSE for the examination. Now the only thing is, as we have practiced a lot, we know the places which to be marked. The place where Gandhiji launched Satyagraha for the indigo planters. We all are aware that indigo was being forced by the Britishers to be grown in our country so that the minerals of the land can be destroyed. This held at the place Champaner, Champaran is in Gujarat, Champaran in Bihar. The place where the session of, second question, the place where the session of the Indian Congress held. National Congress, which is also known as INC, held at Nagpur, which is in Maharashtra. So you are going to mark in Bihar, Champaran, and in Maharashtra, Nagpur for the same. Coming towards the next section, section B. Which of the following is an example of current fallow land? Option A, land left without cultivation for 5 agriculture years, land left without cultivation for 3 agriculture years, land left without cultivation for 2 agriculture years, land left without cultivation for 1 agriculture year. That means current fallow land means the land which is not being cultivated for a year is considered as a current fallow land. So option D is the correct answer. Fine. Choose the appropriate. This is the most easiest question. Very, very easy if you have read geography very nicely, right? And this is the most easiest question. The early years when we start learning geography, like this type of question is very simple. Here they have given a nice table of minerals, metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals, and the examples are given. So metallic minerals may example given is iron ore, non-metallic minerals iron example is given is mica, and what will come here for which the example is coal. So for this options we are having non-ferrous minerals, igneous minerals, energy minerals, and ferrous minerals. The correct answer for this is energy minerals. Why energy minerals? Because this is used as an energy giving towards used as a fuel. Like for example, coal was used as an engine fuel. It was used by the people in the houses for burning the chulas, right? So this is as a energy mineral. Next question, moving towards the next question of geography. Identify the correct option related to major crops in the Kharif cropping season in India. Very basic thing, Rabi is winter crop and Kharif is a summer crop, right? So accordingly, option A is paddy, peas, mustard. Option B, paddy, mustard, gram. Option C, paddy, jowar, maize. Option D, paddy, maize, gram. Naturally, Kharif is representing the summer. So summer, that means the crops which absorb less amount of water and grow very fast. So the option C is the correct option. Paddy, jowar, and maize. In which of the following states of India has the largest area under permanent forests? Options are A. Uttar Pradesh, B. Madhya Pradesh, C. Gujarat, and D. Maharashtra. We have to mark the state which is the area under the permanent forest, and we all are aware about this, that none other than Madhya Pradesh is the answer. Why? Madhya Pradesh is the center of India and is being very nicely developed by the government and being retained for the permanent forests. It is the place Next, question number 14. Identify the soil with the help of the following information given in the box and choose the correct option. The justification, which is the information which is given here, is it is made up of extremely fine material. It is rich in soil nutrients. It is ideal for growing cotton. This is the most easiest question for us, being the people of Gujarat, right? The correct answer is black soil. We have already marked this, and this was considered as a favorite question, one of the favorite questions, because these all information tells us that is the answer is black soil, because black soil is the most appropriate soil for growing cotton and groundnut. And groundnut oil and cotton oil is the most used cooking oil in Gujarat. So this is the most easiest question for us, right? Moving towards the next question. Match the following column 1 with column 2 and choose the correct option. Here the national parks are given and the states are given. Sariska, Sundarban, Corbett, Bandhavgarh. States are Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, Rajasthan. Now here, let's match this. Sariska goes with Rajasthan. Sundarban goes with West Bengal. Corbett goes with Uttarakhand. Bandhavgarh goes with Madhya Pradesh. So the correct answer is option C. Correct, children? I hope you have enjoyed writing the paper because it's a very interesting paper we are having. Question number 16. Explain the measures made by government to improve Indian agriculture. Now, as we have done this a lot of practice and we found that this was also one of the most favorite questions of the board examinations, because they wanted to improve the Indian agriculture. For 2 marks, you are going to write down all the points which are covering the financial support, HYV seeds, giving the giving farmers the loans, non-agriculture taxation was removed, etc., etc. can be written here. Next question. Question number 17, explain the main characteristics of minerals. Here, how they are occurring naturally, defining the minerals, writing the properties of the minerals, writing about the examples of the minerals will come for 5 marks as it was being taught to you in the classroom. For this question there is option, explain the difference between the conventional and non-conventional source of energy. So here we can very nicely easily write down that the conventional is the traditional way, non-conventional is the modern way of the sources of energy. Then this is conventional is creating CO2, whereas non-conventional is the eco-friendly. Conventionals are low cost, where the non-conventionals are the high cost, etc., and can be explained into the pointers as was guided by the center. Moving towards the next question, again the favorite question of all of us, the most easiest part, where again the paragraph is given and 4 marks question is being asked. Read the following given source carefully and answer the questions that follow. Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Right? Floods have not only devastated life and property but also caused extensive soil erosion. Right? Sedimentation also meant that the flood plains were deprived of silt and a natural fertilizer, further added on to the problem of land degradation. It was also observed that the multipurpose projects induced earthquakes, caused waterborne diseases and pests and pollution resulting from excessive use of water. Now here Sinchai Yojana, Sinchai means related to the irrigation facility. Sinchai Yojana means irrigation facilities. Now in first paragraph they have told you how the forests, how the floods were taken away and the soil erosion held, right, due to the water. First paragraph they are explaining you this thing. Now the second paragraph says, irrigation has also changed the cropping pattern of many regions, with farmers shifting to water intensive and commercial crops. This has great ecological consequences like salinization of the soil. Salinization of the soil means removal of the soil getting salinized, that is being salt, right? So irrigation facilities are being given by the government so that the farmers can irrigate and give water to the crops which they are growing. Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana has been started, which ensures access to some means or to protective irrigation for all agriculture farms in the country, thus bringing much desired rural prosperity. Some of the broad objectives of this program are to enhance the physical access of water on the farm and expand cultivable area under assured irrigation. Har Khet Very simple. Here you have to just check out the data. State B is 94. State A is 82. My 94 minus 82 is 12. So your answer is 12. You have to just see that. सीधा सीधा ही है, बिल्कुल. No rocket science. 1 mark in your pocket. Next question. Which of the following is the main purpose of trade barrier in global trade? Choose the correct option. To promote the growth of foreign companies in the country, to control the promotion of domestic industries, to regulate foreign trade into the country, to stop foreign trade between countries. Now again, which of the following is the main purpose of the trade barrier? Trade barrier, that actually to regulate the foreign trade into the country. So option C is the correct answer. Read the following case and choose the correct option. Megha has taken a loan of rupees 5 lakhs from bank to purchase a house. The annual rate on the loan is 12% and the loan is to be repaid in 5 years in monthly installments. The 12% interest charged by the bank to Megha is related to which of the following? Now which type of this we can say? Collateral? No, not at all. Duration of loan? Not at all. Documentation? Not at all again. So the last option is option B, cost of credit. You have taken something on credit and you are paying the cost of the credit, right? So B is the correct option. Moving towards the next question. Which of the following is an example of a renewable source? Very, very easy. 1 mark again in your pocket. Free ka hai ye to. Which one is a renewable? Groundwater. Groundwater is the correct answer. Option D. Choose the correct option to fill in the blanks. Infant mortality rate indicates the number of children that die before the age of 1 year. सीधा सीधा है. This is the favorite one. Per 1000 live births in that particular year. For that particular year, 1 year का है. 1 year से पहले के बच्चे. So no 2, 3, 4 नहीं हो सकता. Infant mortality rate means the newborn babies, naturally. Right? Next question. Moving forward. Advancement in technology has stimulated a globalization process. Justify the statement with the suitable arguments. Suitable arguments means advancement of the technology. Yes, technology is advancing day by day and we are using it day by day. This is also technology that this solution is in your hands by the end of the day through this advancement in the technology. Right? And how you are having this technology in the global process, stimulating the global process. That means how you are enhancing your technology to reach the process and the market of globalization. Right? That is the interest rates, transportation technologies, information communication technology, how we are communicating, transport is very fast nowadays, etc. For 3 marks. Then again, for next again 3 marks, explain the terms of credit. What are the terms of the credit? That is interest rate, collateral, documentation, etc. has to be described in short for according to the size of the 3 marks, what we have discussed in the classroom. Next question, different persons can have different developmental goals. Explain the statement with examples. For 3 marks again, every person, different people have the different developmental goals that can be decided as the landless laborers or the prosperous farmers, urban girls, and men working in the metros, people working in the districts, in the villages, etc. And last, for the 5 marks, explain the efforts done by the Indian government to the right to work. What are the rights given for the work? That means the government has decided a range of the payments for the people, those who are working. What are their rights? How they are going to be at the workplace so that they are not facing the problem of exploitation. The employers are not harassing them. In place, workplace harassment can be stopped, etc. So that all discussion points has to be written according to the keeping in mind the Indian government, right, for 5 marks. And for this option you are having explain the difference between the organized and unorganized sector. Naturally, organized sector is the government sector, unorganized sector is the sector which is conducted by the outside government, that is the private. Organized is the secured one, unorganized is the insecure one. We don't know. The organized one has the paid leaves, where the unorganized has the unpaid leaves. Here example for the organized is the like SBI Bank, then Bank of Baroda, etc. Unorganized sectors you can say casual labor farmers bank, cooperative banking, etc. This has to be nicely made understand to the examiners through the points as we were discussing and practicing throughout the year. Hope you find the solution session very productive, and the solutions you have received to your questions you have found and understood your own mistakes, right? No problem. Now you have just completed with your examination today. Now you have a very nice time to rejuvenate and recreate yourself again, so that you are ready for your next stream which you are going to choose as a career for yourself. All the very best for whatever you do in your future. Thank you children, thank you so much. Thank you. Bye from PN Institute and PN classes. Thank you so much.